Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Self's Unboxing. This week we are going to unbox this beauty, the LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Deluxe Edition for Nintendo Switch. But before we begin, I do have to confess that I was quite late in ordering this one. This is how the story goes. I believe most of us have heard about the LEGO video games at some point, and they do have a lot of collaborations with different franchises. I've known about this LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga last year, even though there were a couple delays. At first I was like, it's just another LEGO Star Wars game, right? Of course I'll read anything in detail about video games, and for this one, it has both the Standard Edition and Deluxe Edition, and we'll talk about the differences in a while. But then when stock was running low and eventually out, I started to regret for not pre-ordering from any of the retailers. Sadness aside, I managed to order one from Best Buy after monitoring on their website for weeks since the release date. Then I kept my fingers crossed, hoping they wouldn't cancel my order because sometimes they'll just cancel your order without warning. In the end, I received it at long last. Whew. What makes this one even more valuable is the steelbook version, and this is Best Buy exclusive, at least in Canada. GameStop got a random Star Wars LEGO set, either the Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter or First Order Star Destroyer. I collect steelbooks, so Best Buy one to me sounds more like a plausible choice. But it doesn't come with a cheap price tag. It's retail for $89.99 plus taxes, so you can see it costs over $100 Canadian after taxes. Yikes, for video games these days, eh? Even if you decide to go with the standard edition, it will still cost you $79.99. Let's unwrap this one and look what's inside the box so we can discuss the difference between deluxe and standard editions. Okay, so both editions include the base game. So for Nintendo Switch version, that means the plastic case and the cartridge. For versions on other consoles, there will be a Blu-ray disc. As for the deluxe edition, it includes character collection bundle pack. So bear with me for a moment because the list is long. Okay, so this is character bundle, but it got the code, so I have to turn it upside down. Bear with me. They include the Mandalorian Packs 1 and 2, Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, Classic Characters Solo: A Star Wars Story, and even the latest Star Wars: The Bad Batch. With the base game covering all 9 episodes of Star Wars, it's basically covered the whole Star Wars saga. So the title definitely lives up to all the contents included. And then we have a Luke Skywalker with Blue Milk Lego minifigure packaged in as well. Lego Star Wars Lego minifigures always have a good price on the market, and I read on the internet that people are going after this particular one too. And of course we have this nice steelbook with poor Han Solo frozen in carbonate, but for some reason he looks much cuter in Lego form. So the deluxe edition is quite deluxe. For standard edition, you have a different cover art, which is basically this one, the same one for the box, and just the base game. You don't get the character collection pack, and no loose minifigure. You can still get the steelbook from Best Buy or GameStop if you are still lucky enough to get one. But don't worry, even if you can't find the deluxe edition anymore, you can still get the standard edition and buy the character bundle pack on the respective stores on consoles for about $19.99. A bit more expensive considering you have to buy it separately, but at least you can make it up to complete the set. LEGO games are always about grinding, hacking, slashing, whacking things around to collect coins and complete objectives. If you don't care about upgrading your characters or weapons, you can simply proceed with the story, but it's only half the fun of LEGO games. But with this one covering the whole Skywalker saga plus other chapters in Star Wars universe, don't expect yourself to complete this massive game anytime soon. So that's it for this episode of Self's Unboxing. Don't forget to like and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel to see what exciting thing I'll unbox next. See you around!